So I got my first email regarding the first three. Not much to it, just said, do dog days. As this is an anime review channel, I'm betting they're not referring to the song indicating that the 410 days starting in early July have come to an end, and are actually meaning the anime made in 2011. The first thing I noticed is that this anime hasn't aged well. The giant eyes and tiny noses never really worked for me, but it's an artistic choice, and in the end it isn't a deal breaker as it goes with the overall aesthetics better than something more reasonably proportioned. But I'll shift that over as to not provoke an attack of opportunity. The anime opens with a war between two groups of anthropomorphized humans. Well, Kime no Mimi, but anthropomorphized is easier for me to say. It looks like a cats versus dogs scenario initially, then you notice that there are feline and canine troops on both sides of the conflict as their armor is colored white versus red. It looks like the white troops are losing, and badly. A pink-clad princess, Princess Biscotti, declares she will use her trump card and summon a hero to help. Now I'll admit, at this point I was expecting the anime to cut to the protagonist and have him being some sort of incompetent oaf that is either lazy or has some sort of delusion of grandeur. The anime takes the next several minutes to introduce the character Sink Izumi, but the subtitle I was using has it spelled just like the kitchen sink, so the name just kind of stuck in my head. His best friend is named Becky, which is short for Rebecca. It's made very clear early on that Sink likes to work out and do athletic things, while Rebecca would like to do his athletic thing if he would just pay attention to her. It doesn't take long to establish that Sink has parents that are always away on business, and he is supposed to be going back to England over the summer break. Fast forward through the exit ceremony of his school, and he jumps off the roof of his high school. Okay, that sounds bad. But apparently he likes to throw his duffel bag in the air, do an elaborate series of flips, land on the ground, and then catch his bag. This gets him in trouble when the magical anthropomorphic world sends a dog with a dagger to open a portal and teleport him into the other world when he does his pointless jump flip. So Sink ends up in the other world, and episode 1 is basically over. Episode 2 is him learning that the war he is hopping into is basically a lie. It's more like a sports festival, and no one actually dies in these wars due to some sort of magical safety net. Magic, weapons, explosions, etc. will not kill or injure anyone, just magically turn them into a pet ball, or rip off their clothing if they're a romantic interest point, and female. Yep, you heard me right, the classic clothes getting ripped off. So far there have been 2 of the main female characters seen naked. So ecchi is present. The prerequisite boob grab has already happened, cliches are getting ticked off left and right. The ever-present, we summoned you to this world and you can never leave trope is here too, but I really have a big problem with this one. They clearly sent an agent to our world, and that agent has returned to the world that they live in. Why can't they do the same with him? They already used a machine to boost his cell signal so that he could reach our world. So there is a means of moving both living creatures and data to our world. Why can't they get him back? Whatever. I'll drop it. As the wars and combat are always followed by a camera crew, this anime can easily be a tongue-in-cheek series mocking the overly dramatic, evil characters in other animes. I will say that a lot of these characters seem to be a direct and deliberate ripoff of other anime characters. Our Sink era main feels almost like a young version of Meliodas from Seven Deadly Sins. The Pink Princess feels like she's a direct rip from Stephanie from No Game No Life. And Eclair is basically Koneko from High School DxD. Now I know what you're going to say. I googled all these animes and they came out after Dog Days, so clearly they stole those characters from Dog Days and not the other way around. Congratulations, Google teaches you of the release order. However, I was comparing the characters and not claiming that the characters were actually stolen. All the characters on this anime have roots in far older animes, and that was the point. These characters are all cliched tropes, ecchi draw early in, and obvious romantic interests. There is nothing fantastic with this anime, and it goes out of its way to explain why no one will get hurt. So do I recommend this anime? Sorta, yeah. If you're sick of the gritty, dark, everyone is sad and hurting anime, this is a nice change of pace. It's goofy and slapstick and not taking itself too seriously. Plus, it looks like the ecchi, not nudity but implied nudity, is going to be rampant in this. So if you like High School DxD or Shinmei Mao no Testament, then this is probably going to be fine for you. If you're trying to get out of the hentai-adjacent anime into something less top-heavy, then you'll have your cheap thrills without a lot of mental overhead to deal with. All in all, I see nothing condemning about this anime, but it's nothing great. Let's say it's 6 out of 10 for now.